2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Denver Nuggets. Looking at the last game for Denver, it was a win against the Jazz. They haven't yet found their groove. They're still trying to make adjustments to try and change the momentum here early in the season. Each game out right now, as their coach has reiterated, is another invaluable opportunity to refine their approach and make improvements. Hey, the way the Warriors were able to outperform the rest of the NBA last year, they put up huge numbers, win 67 games. How much extra pressure does that put on them this year, Shaq?
It'll be hard for anyone to expect them to win that many games again. I'll be surprised if they do it. Success in the postseason and deep playoff runs are probably reasonable to expect. I'm going on the record saying they're going back-to-back.
Wow. Well, this team needs to stay hungry to do that, man, because, to have a chance to win it back-to-back, as they are trying to do, is very difficult. They have the kind of talent and chemistry to do it, but I don't know if their overall personnel and their refined efforts will get it done.
Just about game time. Let's get it to Kevin Harlan, who has the call.
Everyone's in their seats here at the Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors look to grab a win in front of the home crowd here. The Nuggets here looking to pick one up here on the road before returning to Denver. Guys, when you compare their performance last season to where they sit right now, not a whole lot different story. Not necessarily a big surprise either.
Yeah, and as far as the regular season goes, this is as good as it gets. This truly, to me, is the definition of a rivalry. I mean, a game between these two teams has always been special.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen a ton of great games between them in the past. It's hard not to get amped up when they face each other. I've been looking forward to this one for a while.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Iverson is out there with Richmond. Then it's Ewing. Then it's DeBusschere. And it's Randolph in at the 4 slot. Denver on D. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way. And that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. Another shot, no good. Richmond with the defensive effort.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Shoots off the screen. The Warriors pull it in. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing. Just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and guys, once they got spiraling downward, there seemed to be no way to get out of it. All their offense went to pot.
Ewing's shot is good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too. Yeah. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Now here's Iverson following the miss by DeRozan. Here's Randolph. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Iverson against Irving. Shoots it up. DeRozan's shot is good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Iverson against Irving. Now here's Iverson. D right on him. Shot clock at 5. Here's Randolph. That's good. Randolph's got his second bucket of the night.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Stolen by DeBusschere. 4-on-3 as they bring it up. Got a piece of it. Shoots from the baseline. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar, and he banks in the layup. Now here's Iverson. Boy, he was something else against Utah. Passes to Richmond. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Offensive rebound. Misses in close.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
It's rebounded by DeBusschere.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And he gets the bucket. 6 points for Zach Randolph.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
It's deflected.
He's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Outside for Richmond. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Iverson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Irving dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. Tries the hook, and he gets the bucket.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
Denver leading by 7. Iverson with the ball. Randolph a screen. Wide open. And it's Denver scoring again.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Outside Irving. 20 feet out. Warriors the rebound. King outside. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. And that one hits back iron.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Iverson with the ball. And Abdul-Jabbar picks him up defensively. DeBusschere kicks to Ewing. And it's sent back by Irving. And he gets it back. Hacked and still knocked it down. Nice composure. Michael Jordan is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Denver also making some changes. McGinnis, he's checked in for Randolph. Gordon comes in for Richmond. And Wilkins subbed in for Iverson. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the final. Impressive work.
And the Warriors making a change here. Williams is checked in, and a switcher also for Denver. Bradley's checked in for Ewing. Pass to McGinnis. Eric Gordon on the wing. This one for 3. Here's Bradley. Tries yet again. The shot's good from McGinnis.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Now here's Jordan. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. Shot's good. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6. Denver leading by 9. Outside Wilkins. Tries from 10. McGinnis' shot is off.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
Here's Wilkins. The Warriors making the shot. He feeds it to DeBusschere. That one's good from the corner. Here is Williams. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
Now here's Wilkins. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road to title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint. Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
That's tipped and stolen by Jordan. Unhindered, going all the way.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out in transition.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Outside Wilkins. To Busher with the screen. It's Wilkins with the drive, and it's blocked by Jordan. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. And the Warriors with some changes. Gasol comes in for Cummings. And Jefferson subbed in for King. And Denver also making a switch. Jackson's checked in. 1:57 left in the first. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Jordan. And he slams it one-handed.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some great offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. For Deron Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
Here's Wilkins. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Wilkins has got his first bucket in this one.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And guys, for Deron Williams last season, all those injuries finally affected his shooting. 39% from the field last year, the second lowest mark of his career. And he just couldn't create space or elevate to get the clean looks he had grown accustomed to.
And, you know, talking about Deron Williams, last year wasn't all bad. I mean, nearly 7 assists a game, 3.5 rebounds, a steal. Not the stocking stuffer he used to be, but he still battled and still contributed.
Now here's Jefferson. The drive by Jordan. Can't cash in from close range. The Nuggets leading by 6. Now Jackson. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Gordon kicks to Jackson. Count it from 12.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the first. Outside Jordan. Pulls up on the wing. That doesn't go either for Jordan.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open. Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there. That's outstanding hang-time improvisation right there.
With 1 on the clock, no good. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Here's Irving. 20 points for him last game against the Clippers.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game.
Jefferson out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then there's Irving. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's DeRozan in at the 2 spot. That's the Warriors' 5. Now here's Wilkins. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Richmond for 3. Count the bucket. Richmond's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Denver.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here.
Now here's Richmond. He had 16 points in the win against Utah.
Boy, was he physical. I mean, in that game, just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over. Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
And the Warriors making a change here. Coming.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Here's Wilkins, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Richmond kicks to Ewing. It's stolen by DeRozan. The pass to Irving. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
It's Wilkins with the drive. Ewing. Ewing, a screen on Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Iverson. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Kings checked in for the Warriors. And Denver also making a switch. DeBusschere is checked in.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Iverson against Irving. The dish now to DeRozan. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's Denver.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
DeBusschere can't get the basket. Warriors trail by 8. Here's King. Carries it from three-point range. King's got 9. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Iverson against Irving. The screen from Ewing. For 3, Richmond. And then Ewing with the jam.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg, cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
And so here's Denver. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And so here's Denver. Following the score by Golden State. Ewing, a screen on Irving. The screen from Ewing. Pulls up, high post, and there's Mitch Richmond on the assist by Iverson. Iverson's got his 7th assist here tonight. Tanking is something that all teams that are out of it tend to do. I hate that word, Clark, but it seems to be the one used by a lot. Nuggets didn't really try to hide it last season either.
Well, you know, it certainly looked that way. Right around March, they just started sitting key players for no real reason. They framed it as rest, but it didn't quite look that way.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And guys, for the Nuggets, it seemed to come out of the blue for their players. They all felt fresh, but the press release would say they needed rest. So obviously a bit of miscommunication there.
The Warriors shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And, you know, back to the Nuggets and giving up a bit near the end of the season, miscommunications like that can really bother a player. Still, it's a viable strategy. I don't know if it's viable, but it's a strategy that could pay dividends if executed the right way.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Denver calls timeout.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Checked in for Golden State. So it's Denver now. 6-point lead. And the rejection by Abdul-Jabbar. Zach Randolph with the rebound.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Iverson kicks to Richmond. The feed to Randolph from the high post. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Here's Iverson following the basket by Michael Jordan. Richmond the pass to Iverson. And the rejection by Abdul-Jabbar. Warriors trail by 4. Inside, King. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Here is Richmond. The Warriors making the shot. Down low, kicks it out to Iverson.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Bradley's checked in for Ewing. McGinnis comes in for Zach Randolph. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Richmond. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Allen Iverson.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
The drive by Jordan. Here's DeRozan. But they recover it. Stolen by Jackson. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. And now a 6-point Nugget lead.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
And so it's Golden State with it after the Nuggets pick up 2. Jordan kicks to DeRozan. Golden State moving the ball around. And that one's good. And that's 15 points for ABC.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first. And that was pretty good.
On the wing, Jackson, guarded by Jordan. Jackson misses. Warriors trail by 4. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Jordan. Cummings with the ball. Now guarded by Bradley. Here's King. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Bradley dishes to Gordon. Feeds it to Jackson. No good. So Golden State will take it the other way. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Outside Jordan, there's the 3. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
The shot's good from McGinnis.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Golden State's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And DeRozan kicks to Jordan. From past the arc, Eric Gordon grabs the board. The Nuggets leading by 3. 1:04 left to play here in the second quarter. Jackson has the open look. Again, the miss by Jackson.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And that one's good. 19 points for Michael Jordan.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
It's Jackson with the drive. Abdul-Jabbar with the block.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
To the middle. Here's McGinnis. There's the bucket. Good. McGinnis has got 4 this quarter.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
Here's Jackson. The Warriors making the shot. He dishes it to DeBusschere. And he jams it with authority.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
And so Jordan nails both of them.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
So it's Denver now. They trail by 1. And here is Wilkins. 1 second left. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Warriors lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They lead by 1 point. Let's start with you, Kenny. What did you think?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
I really like how they limited turnovers. You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points. A lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
The Warriors leading. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. We've got DeBusschere. Ewing is out there with Zach Randolph. Then there's Allen Iverson. And it's Richmond in at the 2.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA. Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far. I tell you what, you gotta love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time. Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Irving against Iverson. Right side Irving. Lets it go from the wing. And the shot is long.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
And it's sent back by Irving. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Ewing kicks to Iverson. Just 5 to shoot. Insane shot, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
The Warriors shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Outside Irving. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Irving. From deep three-point range. Again, Irving missing. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. DeRozan's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors. Denver with a tough year last season. A lot of losses for them on the road as they would go, like Clark, only 11-30 away from the Mile High City.
Yeah, and Kevin, they ended the season on a 5-game road losing streak as well. I mean, they had mostly given up at that point as they had tried to develop young players, and it just kind of blew up on them down the stretch.
Denver calls timeout.
A big problem for the Nuggets last year is that they just couldn't hit shots away from home. I mean, they finished in the bottom 5 in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. A 2-point game. The drive by Iverson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Hey, I've got one more note on the Nuggets and the road. I mean, when you shoot as poorly as they did, as you mentioned, you start to lose some confidence and second-guess things. It's a lot harder to fight through shooting slumps like that in somebody else's building, no doubt.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Let's keep it going for your Warriors girls. Give it up for
and so here is Golden State.
Warriors girls.
On the wing, Irving. Iverson covering. King, that's good. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Irving against Iverson. Iverson can't get that one to fall. Stolen by DeBusschere. Richmond against Cummings. Richmond the pass to Ewing. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Abdul-Jabbar's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Warriors, number 1.
You know, they went through stretches when they just didn't miss from beyond the arc. I mean, that carried them right to the top of that list.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Zach Randolph.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 10, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Randolph. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. He took good advantage of that screen. And 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And then Ewing with the jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Abdul-Jabbar the screen. Irving from long range. Again, Irving missing.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
And it's sent back by Irving.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Cans the shot from the wing. Irving's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Stolen by Ewing. Here's Iverson. 9 points in the game so far. That's good from Randolph on the assist by Iverson. And now just a 1-point Warrior lead. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Baseline Jay on the way. Again, Irving missing. The Nuggets shooting around 40% in the third. Maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. Randolph dishes to Ewing, so they take the lead. Ewing's got 12.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
Passes it to King. Trying his luck deep. Second shot opportunity. Irving kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Well, let's look back to last year's Nuggets while we've got a moment here, Kevin. 4th and second chance points. 7th in rebounding. And also, they were in the top 10 when it came to fast break points. I mean, they weren't afraid to play the game at a fast pace and run a little bit.
And just go revisit those numbers in terms of second chance points. That was elite and they weren't shy about sticking their nose in there and going after the ball.
Michael Jordan is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And the Warriors with some changes. Marc Gasol's checked in for Cummings. Jefferson comes in for King. And it's Williams in for Irving. And Denver also making a switch. McGinnis, who's checked in for Zach Randolph. Now here's Williams. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Williams against Wilkins. Dishes it to Ewing. Pass to McGinnis. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Bradley's checked in for Denver. Gordon comes in for Iverson. It's stolen. Pass to McGinnis. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And that's good. Eric Gordon for 3. Gordon's got his second basket of the night. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A-game on that side of the ball.
It's Wilkins with the drive and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, I think he kind of alligator-armed that one, short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
You know, we were talking about Eric Gordon. He's always had great range, but not always the great shot selection.
You know, and that's a great point because, you know, we see now that he's starting to mature, starting to value every possession. And that's good news for the rest of that team. You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
That's good. And that's now 25 points for Jordan.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
Greg, they sure have. I mean, maybe it hasn't helped put them in front, but they're clearly better off playing up-tempo basketball.
But they'll get another chance.
Tough play underneath to give them another shot.
And the basket by Gordon.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
They get it back. Gasol passes to Jefferson. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Jefferson's got his first bucket of the night.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
Here's McGinnis. Gasol with the rebound.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And a wide open look for Jordan. Jordan with another miss.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And it's Gordon missing. Warriors trail by 4. Jefferson attacking, and that one is hammered home.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. You got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Jordan kicks to Jefferson. 1:16 left in the third quarter. Here's Gasol. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Gasol's got his first bucket in this one.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. 1:03 left in the third. Outside Williams, right wing. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Kareem's been taking care of business in this one. He's got 13 rebounds and 5 block shots. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates. and grabbing some nice boards, too.
And also, how about the intangibles? All the little things that he's done. That's also really important.
Williams against Wilkins. The pass to McGinnis. Here's Jackson. And again, Denver no good.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. From 10 feet out, Abdul-Jabbar can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail. In the corner, it's Gordon. They need this. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Gasol's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jefferson has a wide open look. It's hauled in by Gordon. Kicks it to Jackson. Outside Wilkins. The 3. No good. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. The Warriors on top. They're up by 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. They've got Marc Gasol. Irving is out there with Jordan. Then there's Cummings, and it's King at the 3. That's the Warriors' 5.
Substitution for the Warriors. DeMar DeRozan.
Randolph a screen. From deep, Iverson. Cummings grabs the board. Cummings got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And stolen by Iverson. Ewing kicks to DeBusschere. Wide open look. And there's Iverson. That's good on the assist by DeBusschere. Iverson's got the game tied up here for Denver.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Irving for 3. That's good.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Iverson outside. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Now here's Jackson. Clock at 6. To the paint. Knocked loose. Gasol with the steal. Here's King. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Hey, guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And, guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker. Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high-percentage looks.
Irving. Iverson with the block. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. He kicks it to Randolph. King with the steal. And stolen by Iverson. He feeds it to Randolph. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Now just a 1-point Warrior lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Now Iverson following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Now here's Iverson. The dish now to Richmond. Up top, Ewing. Nails the wide-open jump shot. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. On its way from Irving for two.
Warriors foul. Terry Cummings. That's his fourth.
Here's Iverson. Down low. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
What a performance. Just look at the game for the Monster. He has 14 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
You know, the Nuggets could create their offense, but they still would have trouble knocking down the shots. Just didn't have a lot of dead-eye laser shooters. Every field goal attempt with them was an adventure.
For Denver, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Randolph, a screen on Irving. Richmond against
Oh,
wow. I mean, just beautiful.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
And the Warriors making a change here. Abdul-Jabbar is checked in and stolen by Iverson. Fast break, here they come. With some arc. Count the bucket. Iverson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Just so reliable. I mean, that basket there will give them a little bit more of a cushion.
Another miss by Irving.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now. Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Denver in the lead. Denver calls timeout. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. He was intent on running the offense through Randolph. Coach reminded his guys that he is the centerpiece of their offense, and he's the one they want with the most freedom to operate. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
And here we go. Warriors running again. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Dave DeBusschere.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish. And, you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
To the right side. Pick by Cummings. Golden State moving it around. Back to Jordan. King outside. Tries a three. Denver grabs the miss.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
Abdul-Jabbar with the block. Ewing can't hit. Stolen by Randolph. Pull-up jumper. And then Ewing with the jam.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to one or two plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
Now here's Iverson following the miss by Michael Jordan. Ewing, a screen on Cummings.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, disappointing not to convert all of them, but he did get the one to give them the lead.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Both good from the line that time. Nuggets have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. The drive by Iverson. Hands on the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Here's Randolph. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14. Warriors have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Outside Jordan. On the wing, DeRozan. And stolen by Iverson. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's DeBusschere. Now the fast break. King with the ball. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
The drive by Iverson. Tries again, and it's blocked by Jordan. And it's the Warriors on the break. DeRozan's shot is good. And now a 3-point Warrior lead.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
ABC really making a difference here.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
Denver calls timeout. Kyrie Irving's checked in for DeMar DeRozan.
Kyrie Irving.
Richmond kicks to DeBusschere. Great pass to set up the lay-in. DeBusschere's got 4 this quarter.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending him to the free throw lines than to have him get that good a look.
Richmond against Jordan. Fades away. And good. Left angles that time as it falls.
Man, that's an old school move right there. A good one, too, the fadeaway.
Denver calls timeout. They're losing by 3. 1:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Iverson dishes to Richmond. Back to Iverson. And there's the feed to Richmond. But they recover it. Second chance shot. Warriors leading by 3. Richmond with the steal. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you got to take it and make it.
King, the pass to Jordan. And the three off target. Denver shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. The drive by Iverson. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
Fires the three. Kept alive.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point. No, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
Denver calls timeout. They're down by 3. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Warriors making a change here. Towns is checked in. He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2. And so he makes both from the line.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one. Not with so much riding on it.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And an intentional foul right there.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
I don't think they can afford to foul here, Kevin.
No, over the limit. And smart defense is what you need. A strong contest, and then secure that defensive backboard.
The drive by Jordan.
Well, Jordan has been fantastic.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Iverson outside. From deep. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. We were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama. We saw it go.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with Marc Gasol. And, Mark, how would you break down this game in terms of the team's performance and ability to come away with this win?
Just a good all-around night. We believe that in the fourth quarter, I think we did a good job of, staying in the game. We just believe. On to the next one.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, so is Shaquille O'Neal. Time now for some highlights as we take a look at our Jordan player of the game. He's the NBA's second leading scorer, but tonight he was number 1 on the court all game long. Several highlights we'll enjoy seeing again. What'd you think, Kenny?
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
Well, he came to rescue the team tonight, Ernie. Things were getting desperate for him, and the consecutive losses kept mounting. But he put them on his back, and he responded exactly the way he needed to.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.